The last blockbuster you watched made your local cinema almost nothing. Not almost nothing as in a thin margin. Almost nothing as in your cinema may have paid the studio more than it collected from every ticket in the building. And yet, that cinema is still open, still showing films, still profitable. Because the cinema business has almost nothing to do with films. This is The Markup. Most people's mental model of a cinema is simple. You pay for a ticket. The cinema uses that money to license the film from the studio, covers its costs, and keeps the rest as profit. The more people through the door, the more the cinema makes. That logic is completely wrong. Here is what actually happens when a major studio releases a film. The studio does not simply license the film to the cinema. It negotiates a split of every single ticket sold. In the opening weekend of a major release, the studio's share is typically between 60% and 80% of gross ticket revenue. On a £15 ticket, the studio takes between £9 and £12. The cinema keeps between £3 and £6. From that £3 to £6, the cinema must pay its rent, its staff, its utilities, and its projection equipment. In many cases, particularly in expensive city center locations, the cinema makes zero profit from the ticket in the first 2 weeks. The studio knows this. It is built into the model. Here is the mechanism that makes the whole system work. The studio's percentage is not fixed. It decreases as the weeks pass. In week 1, the studio takes 70% to 80%. By week 4, the studio may take as little as 35%. This is called the holdover deal. The studio incentivizes cinemas to keep showing the film by gradually releasing more of the revenue to them over time. But by week 4, almost nobody is watching. The blockbuster economics are front-loaded. Opening weekend is when the audience is largest. Opening weekend is when the cinema's margin is smallest. So why do cinemas fight so hard for the rights to show opening weekends? Because of what the blockbuster brings with it. A standard serving of popcorn costs between 4 and 8 pence to produce. It sells at the cinema counter for between £5 and £8. That is a markup of between 6,000 and 10,000%. A medium Coke costs approximately 20 pence to produce from syrup and carbonated water through a post-mix machine. It sells for £5 to £6. The studio takes nothing from any of this. The popcorn, the Coke, the nachos, the hot dog, every penny of that revenue belongs to the cinema. No holdover deal, no percentage split, full margin. Research from cinema industry analysts consistently shows that concessions, food and drink, represent between 40% and 85% of a cinema's total operating profit. In some chains, the figure is higher. The film is the mechanism that gets 300 people into a room where every surface is covered in products with a 6,000% margin. Without the captive audience, the food model collapses. Without the food model, the cinema cannot afford to show the film. This is why cinemas fought so hard against streaming. Not because they believe in the cinema experience as an art form. Because the moment you watch a film at home, you make your own popcorn. And your own popcorn costs 30 pence. The cinema experience, the darkness, the enormous screen, the surround sound, the shared ritual, is not the product the cinema is selling. It is the mechanism that makes the real product work. The real product is a captive audience with nowhere to go, and a very expensive snack counter between them and the exit. So the next time you complain about 8-pound popcorn, understand this. The popcorn is not a rip-off alongside the ticket. The ticket is the loss leader. The popcorn is the entire business model, and you walked in voluntarily. On Sunday, every time you tap your contactless card instead of paying with cash, you spend 18% more. That is not a coincidence. It was designed. Sunday, 2 p.m. This channel. This is The Markup.